So today we're going to start our discussion on the time value of money. We had this discussion, introduction to it at least before, when we said that in finance, one of the key important principle is that the concept of the time value of money, which is money has cost. So 1 peso today is not the same as 1 peso in the future. Okay, so if you view the video that I shared, guys, in fact, the long video yon. Okay, in the first video, I discussed the process of compounding and discounting. Yung compounding, guys, is getting the future value, and it's given by this formula. FV, the future value, is equal to the present value times this factor 1 plus r raised to the t. This is called yung 1 plus r raised to the t. This is called your compound factor. Okay, so for example, if you have 1 million today, this is a timeline. This is 0, which means now. Then after 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, or it can be another period. It can be 1 week after, or 1 month after, or 1 semi-annual period after. So it depends on the context of the time flow. So if you have 1 million today, how much will it be after 5 periods? So the process of computing for the equivalent amount in the future is called compounding. And we use this factor 1 plus r raised to the t, okay, to determine the future value. On the other hand, if we're given, let's say, a certain amount after 5 years, and we would like to get that amount now, okay, the equivalent amount now, that process is called discounting. Okay, and how do you compute for the present value? The present value is given by the formula future value, whatever that amount is, times 1 plus r raised to the minus t. Okay, and then that 1 plus r raised to the minus t, as I stated here, it's FV times 1 plus r raised to the minus t. It's the same as, from your algebra, it's the same as FV times 1 over 1 plus r raised to the t. Okay, so that's a process of compounding and discounting. Discounting, we get the present value. Compounding, we get the future value. Okay, so let's take a look at the problem here. We're given 1 million. Okay, nagkamali ako dito. Paki-erase mo na to, guys. Kindly erase these values. Paki-delete mo na to, then tayo gagawa nito, no? So I'll just request you to delete these green values here. Okay. Ito, guys, paki-delete na muna. Delete na muna natin. Delete. Sorry, dapat nagbigay ako ng blank pala na ano. So I want you to be doing this on your own. Okay. So let us delete this and this one also. Dinilit ko lang, guys, yung mga answer. Okay. Alright. I hope, guys, you delete kasi iba talaga yung kayo mismo yung ano, yung magkikiin ng ano ng mga values. Okay, ito pa pala. Sorry about this. I forgot to give you the unanswered file. Okay, so we're given the present value of 1 million. And then we'd like to know how much will that 1 million be in 20 years' time if the rate of return, if the interest rate is 12%. Okay, so very easy. We can use the formula. The future value is equal to the present value times 1 plus r raised to the t. We have the necessary details, necessary components to compute for your future value. 1 million, okay, yun ang present value natin. yung R natin 12%, and then your T is 20. So if you use the formula, okay, so this is equal to present value, okay, multiply that by quantity 1 plus the R is 12%, and then in Excel, di ba, ang exponent is shift 6, no? So that's the caret. Shift 6, 20. Okay, so that's raised to the 20, and then control enter, you have 9,646, 9.6 million. So, ang sinasabi dito na yung 1 million today is the same as 9.6 million after 20 years. Okay, so it's we are indifferent, guys, kung ano pipiliin natin. Ano ba mas maganda? 1 million ngayon o 9.6 million after 20 years at 12%. What we're saying here is that these are equivalent amounts. And it doesn't matter, guys, kung ang pipiliin natin 1 million or 9.646 million in 20 years time at 12%. They are equivalent amounts, no? So we don't have any advantage in picking one over the other, unless, of course, guys, you introduce other factors. Kunyari, kailangan na natin ng pera ngayon. So mas pipili natin yung 1 million kaysa yung 9.646 after 20 years pa. But what we're just saying is that all things being equal, these two amounts are the same. They are equivalent, no? So ang ginagamit natin na term doon, equivalent amount sila. So 1 million now ulit is the same as 9.646 million in 20 years time at 12%. Okay, now in Excel, you can use a function. Meron tayong function sa Excel is equal to FV. Okay, so there's a function in Excel called FV. Yung FV na to, sabi, returns the value of an investment based on periodic constant payments and a constant interest rate. So yun ang ginagawa ni FV, no? Binibigay sa atin yung future value of an investment. Okay, it can be a periodic constant payment. So this is called an annuity, and a constant interest rate. So it can be future value of a single cash flow or future value of an annuity. Mamaya i-explain ko yung annuity. So pwede yun, no? Okay, so future value rate is 12%, comma, NPER is 20, number of periods yan. So 20 periods, comma, PMT, guys, refer to an annuity. Okay, very quickly, ano ba yung annuity? So here in column Q, row 14, meron ako linagay dito na annuity example. An annuity is a constant cash flows, no? Periodic cash flows. So ito, meron tayong annuity of 100 for 30 years. This is what an annuity is. Okay? So dito sa cash flow natin, 1 million ngayon, how much in 20 years? This is not an annuity. It's a single cash flow lang. In fact, ganito yung itsura niyan, no? So isulat ko lang, no? Just to be clear. Actually, ito na pala, no? So anyway, I'll just show it again. Oops. So we have this timeline. So meron tayo at time 0 ngayon, 1, 2, 3, hanggang 29, 30. Hanggang 30th year. Okay, meron tayong single cash flow ngayon na 1 million dito. 1M. Ang tanong, magkano siya? Magkano yung future value niya at the end of 30 years? That's what this problem is telling us. So we can either use the compounding formula, which we did a while ago, so ito lumabas 9.6 million, or we can use the FB function of Excel, FB, okay. Rate is 12%, NPER is 20, comma. PMT, we don't have we don't have an annuity here. Single cash flow lang to na 1 million. Magiging PMT or annuity kung 1 million, 1 million, 1 million every year, no? For the next X years. So since it's not an annuity, you can type 0 or you can just ignore and type another comma. Okay, so ang babasahin ni Excel yung what's inputted between the commas is nothing, so that's 0. So present value natin is 1 million, okay? And then type, for type guys, you have end of the period, beginning of the period. This is only used if you have an annuity. Since we don't have an annuity, then backspace natin po. We can ignore. Ignore na lang natin yon. Okay, parenthesis, and then, okay. So we have the same answer. Only that, guys, only that, negative ang binibigay ni Excel. Bakit siya nagne-negative? Kasi, kasi very particular si Excel sa direction of the cash flow. So ito, transactional yung tingin ni Excel dito. Which means that, for example, ang present value natin 1 million, which means that this is a cash inflow. Kasi positive, pumasok yung pera. So transactionally, parang pumasok yung pera, ibig sabihin either nag-loan tayo, umutang tayo, no? So pumasok yung 1 million. And then at the end of the 20th period, at the end of year 20, outflow yan. Maglalabas tayo ng pera, ibig sabihin magbabayad tayo. Okay, so kaya hindi siya pwedeng maging positive din kasi transactional yung treatment ni Excel dito. And there's an advantage for that. Makikita natin later on yan. Okay, may advantage, may disadvantage. May disadvantage kung ang gusto lang natin malaman yung absolute value, magkano ba yung equivalent ng 1 million after 20 years at 12%. We're not interested in the type of transaction. Kasi pwedeng gawin nating negative to. Pag ginawa natin negative tong 1 million, ibig sabihin yan, outflow yan, ibig sabihin yan guys, naglabas tayo ng pera. Ibig sabihin, nag-invest tayo. Okay, so negative 1 million to, nagiging positive na to. Okay, so laging transactional yung treatment ni Excel sa FVPV. So what we can do is, in order to make this positive, pwede natin gawing, ito kasi present value to eh. Pwede natin gawing negative to. Pero mas madali kung ang lalagay na lang natin dito sa labas, negative. Okay? Negative natin yung future value kasi we're not interested in the nature of the transaction. Hindi tayo interested kung loan ba yan o investment ba yan. Okay? Ang gusto lang natin malaman yung amount. Okay? And then you have exactly the same amount. Okay, pause muna ako guys. Pause muna ako. Okay, thank you Sophia. Later na lang ha. Pause muna ako. Okay. So, any questions so far? Clear ba yung formula? At saka clear ba yung FB function na Excel? You should be getting the same answer. Dapat para yung answer natin. Okay, thank you guys. Thank you. Salamat, no? Okay, good. Okay, now let's take a look. Yeah, thank you. Very good. I appreciate your comments. Salamat. No? Okay, let's take a look at another problem. Parehong problem lang, only that yung years natin, hindi na 20, 30 na to. Tapos ito 40, tapos ito 100. So, basing on this formula, ito, no? Okay, anyway, so isulat lang natin. Is equal to, I'll just put another, oops. I'll just put another negative here, negative FB. Although pwede sana natin kunin yung formula to, but for practice, rate is 12%, comma, NPER is 20, comma, PMT ignore guys because this is not an annuity, rather this is just a single cash flow of 1 million which is our present value. Okay, and then yung dulo guys, yung type again, ignore natin to kasi hindi naman annuity to. Enter, there. So yung pag 20 years daw, 9 million to. Pag 30 years, 29 million. Paano pag 40 years? If you take a look at our formula, since pareho naman yung structure nito, we can just copy the formula to the right, no? O i-ano na lang natin. I-copy to the right, and then copy to the right again. Okay, so what do we see here? You notice guys, yung after 20 years, 9 million siya. Pag dinoble natin to, 40 years, 93 million. So hindi nagdoble itong 9 million. Hindi siya naging 19 million or 20 million. It became 93 million. Okay? Ito nga guys, in 100 years, okay, it's already 83 billion. So yung 20 times 5, that's 100 years. So hindi natin minultiply ito ng 5. Kasi pag minultiply natin ito ng 5, mga 50 million lang ito eh. Pero pag 100 years, guys, it's really 83 billion. No? So ang laki. Okay, so let's do this. Kindly insert a new worksheet here. Maglagay tayo ng worksheet. Okay, ilagay natin yung rate natin na ang rate is 12%. Tapos yung present value natin na 1 million. Okay, 1 million. No? Okay, I want to illustrate something here. Okay. So we can compute for the future value if the year is kung 0, no? Tapos 5. Let's make it increments of 5. 0, 5, 10, 15. Okay. If you watch the video, guys, you can see that it's very easy to plot. Kunyari, 10 to. So kunyari up to 100 years, madaling i-gawan to ng series, no? Just highlight the first 2 or 3 values and then i-copy down yun natin. Kita nyo. Okay. 100, no? Madaling i-generate yan. Or you can just we can start with 0 and then we add 0 plus 5. Okay, and then copy down. So it will give us the same series of numbers. No? So okay lang yan guys if hanggang 100 lang or manageable yung isi-series natin. But what if that's 1 million? So 1 million yan guys, it will take a long time, no? Kasi magda-drag ka ng formula o ng pattern, okay, up to 1 million, matagal yun guys, no? So there's a quicker way to do this. Okay, so let me illustrate that. One faster way to do this is by, okay, notice guys, yung medyo accelerated yung pace ko ng pag-discuss nito kasi I was assuming that you watched the video. So I'll be assuming that this is just a review. No? Okay? I hope okay lang sa inyo yun guys kasi warranted naman yung ginagawa natin kasi medyo late na tayo. No? And also, kasi I gave the video beforehand and I know you're responsible people. No? I know you're responsible ladies and gentlemen, and I know that you watch the video kaya it doesn't make sense anymore to start from scratch. No? Okay, so if you watch the video guys, and I hope you did, you can see that there's a very quick way to do this. No? So starting from 0, you set your active cell there, and then in home, see there's this, in editing there's this fill, and then there's this series, fill tapos series. No? And then what does that give us? Series, we want it in columns. No? So in columns natin to, para pababa yung isusulat niya, dapat may simulang number na tayo. Then step value is the amount that we want. Notice na iba-ibang type, may linear, may growth. In fact, pwede ka rin mag-fill ng date or autofill. Tayo, linear tayo kasi we're just adding 5. No? Okay, so ang default naman yung linear. Step value is 5. Okay, then up to what value? Okay, sabi ko nga kanina, if this is 1 million, we can type there 1 million. Then okay. Right? Then you can see there hanggang 1 million na yan. So tingnan nyo guys, hanggang row 200,000. Kung kinapi down natin yung formula na yan, yung pattern na yan, hanggang 200,000 rows tayo nagbababa. So that will take very long. Okay? Pero yung may series tayo, yung ginawa natin dito, mas mabilis to, no? So 0, and then fill, series. Okay, again, it should be in columns. And then step value natin is 5. And then stop value is 100. Okay, there. Yan, yan na. Bilis, no? Abot hanggang 90 lang. Wait. Ano nalagay ko? Yung series, 15 yata nalagay ko. Hindi, 1, not 1. In rows, and then 5 dapat, 5. Stop value is 100. Okay. There. Okay, so any questions, guys, with respect to the yung fill? Okay, that's a shortcut. Mabilis yan kaysa yung sa mabilis yan, especially kung mahaba yung series na ginagawa natin. Paki-chat nga, guys, kung clear yon yung proseso na yon. Okay, tatatlo pa lang nagre-response, guys. I'm waiting for more. Okay, thank you. So laging ganun tayo, guys. I'm going to wait for more responses from you. Okay, that's good. Okay, 17 is fair enough, guys. More than 50%. Pero sana next time more pa tayo. Okay, anong objective natin dito? Gusto natin ma-compute yung future value. Magkano ba yung future value natin? Future value. No? If the rate is, if the number of periods is 0, 5, 10, ibig sabihin, 0, ibig sabihin, ngayon pa rin yun. Okay, 5 is after 5 years. Okay, so let's compute for that. You know the formula, negative FB. Negative FB, the rate is 12%. Okay, so we're going to fix the rate at 12%. Since we're going to copy the formula down, ang kailangan lang natin i-fix yung row. No? Yung row 3 lang. Hindi natin kailangan i-fix yung column D kasi ikakopy natin yung formula pababa, hindi naman magbabago yung column position. Then comma, enter, ito yung number of periods natin. No? 0, and then we're not going to fix that kasi gusto natin bumaba siya dito. And then payment is wala. Present value is 1 million. Okay, and then fix ulit natin F4, yung column 4. Okay, and then ignore the type. Okay, I'll pause for a while. I'll give you a few seconds to look at the formula. Okay, I hope if you place your cells, your inputs in the same address, in the same cell position, okay, you should have this formula. Of course, kung sa iba nyo linagay, may iba yung formula nyo. Okay, again guys, clear ba yung formula natin? Any questions about the formula ng future value? Okay, dollar, my question dito yung dollar. Di ba yung dollar na-discuss natin to dati? Pag nilalagyan natin ng dollar, ibig sabihin finifix natin. Okay? Finifix natin yung dito $3, ibig sabihin naka-fix yung row 3. No, kailangan natin i-fix si row 3 kasi pag kinapi natin yung formula na to pababa, pag hindi natin finix yung dollar, yung rate na to, bababa din yung rate, no? Magkakamali tayo ng answer. Kasi yung rate natin dapat 12%, dapat andiyan lang siya. So we're fixing, actually pwede naman natin i-fix yung column at saka yung row, no? Para 12% lang talaga siya. Kaso no need to fix the column kasi pag kinapi natin pababa yung formula, nasa column E din naman tayo, hindi nagbabago yung column natin. Okay, Albert? Okay, thank you, Albert. Okay, thank you for asking that question. Okay, that's good. Okay, again, guys, my question, I'd like to encourage you to ask questions. Just like what Albert did, that's very good. I appreciate you for asking questions. Okay, so clear na tong ano? Kung clear na tong formula na to, okay, let me just increase the size. Okay, copyin lang natin. Tanggalin natin yung control 1. Tanggalin natin yung dollar sign kasi mag-ano yan. Okay. Alright. And then I can just copy this down. Yeah. So what do you notice about as the number of years go, guys, habang lumalaking years, hindi linear yung ano, no? Hindi linear yung pagtaas. Okay? Kung linear kasi siya, guys, kung linear siya, dapat kunyari itong yung 15, no? At year 15, yung 5.4 million na to, pagdating ng year 30, dapat mga times 2 lang to, no? Dapat mga 11 million lang. Eh hindi, 29 million. Yung sa year 30, guys, this is around 30 million. Pagdating dapat ng 60, kung linear lang siya, pagdating ng 60, dapat mga 60 million lang to. Pero hindi. It's 897 million. So you can see here, hindi yung relationship ng future value at saka ng NPER is not linear. So let's plot this. I'm going to show you here. Insert. And then let's use a scatter plot. Charts. Scatter plot. Kahit ito. Okay, here. Here you can see the plot. Scatter plot. There. Okay, take note, guys. This is an exponential curve. Exponential yung relationship. Kasi yung exponent natin naka-power to the power t, naka-exponent siya, naka-exponentiate siya. So it's not a linear relationship. Kasi pag linear relationship, guys, parang ganito yung magiging ano niyan, magiging plot, no? Ganyan. Ganyan yung plot natin pag linear yung relationship. Okay? So if you can see this, guys, ito linear, ano? Ito linear. Yung ano natin, yung compounding natin, it is exponential. So ganito, guys, yung concept, for example, ng insurance. Ano? When you get an insurance, sa una, wala kang makukuha, tawag nila cash surrender value. No? Pero over time, later on, guys, if you're already working, I strongly urge you to put your money in an investment, in a good investment. Okay? Wag lang sa bangko kasi yung bangko pang emergency funds lang yon. Or, siguro wag niyo muna bilhin yung bagong gadget na gusto nyo. Yung bagong iPhone, bagong Samsung, bagong Huawei, bagong gaming. Siguro, pagka yung first salary nyo, maganda siguro. Mas maganda pa siguro i-treat nyo na lang yung parents nyo. And then set aside something for yourself as an investment. Okay, kaysa yung bibilhin nyo lang. I'm not against gadgets, no? May purpose din yung gadgets. Kaso, yung ano lang ba, yung matalinong paggasta lang. Kasi alam naman natin gadgets, nadi-depreciate lang din yan. Nawawala, later on, mawawala na rin yan. Wala na rin value. So an investment is something you forego the benefits of today in order to get more in the future. Yun ang investment. So you're foregoing of the benefits of having fun while playing with your gadget now. O nga, wala kang ganung gadget ngayon, yung modern, yung pinaka-latest version. Pero you have placed your money elsewhere na in the future magbe-benefit ka. Yun ang technical na ibig sabihin ng gadget, ng investment. Okay. Sorry, Albert, hindi ko alam ng BT. Ano yung BTC? Pasensya na, hindi ko alam yung parang ngayon ko lang narinig yan. Bert, ano yung BTC? Bitcoin. Wow. No, sorry, ano nga pala ng Bitcoin yan? Oo, tama, Bitcoin. That's something different, no? Yung Bitcoin, guys, okay, ang masasuggest ko lang sa Bitcoin sa inyo, huwag kayo basta-basta papasok ng Bitcoin na na hindi nyo naiintindihan kung ano nangyayari, no? Kasi maraming nasunog na din dyan. No? Maraming yumaman, maraming nag-gain ng malaki, pero maraming ding nasunog. No? So, Be careful, guys, when you're treading into waters like this. I call it dangerous waters. Matagal na rin akong sinabihan na mag-Bitcoin, pero kasi as you age, guys, iba na yung iba na nagiging mo, investment goal mo. Yung mga young ones na katulad ng mga millennials, mga Gen Z, no? You can still play, you can still be very risky in your investment. Kasi matagal pa naman yung investment horizon nyo eh. Pero yung sa amin matatanda na, guys, well, generally, no? Kasi may mga iba din na na kahit na of age sila, matapang pa rin na na nag-invest sa very risky So I'm not one of them, no? Medyo mas conservative ako in terms of investment. So I didn't double into Bitcoin. Okay, but that would be interesting, no? I recently talked to a friend from Malaysia. Hinahanapan niya ako ng crypto wallet. Sabi ko, naku, wala ako. Sabi, mag-open ka kasi papadalang kita ng cryptocurrency. So sabi ko, sige, anuin ko muna. Dati ina-explore ko ito kaso because of so many stories, horror, quote-unquote, horror stories about them losing. Kagabi, if you watch, I was watching kagabi, naman to? Axie ba yun? Parang, it's like a game na, hindi ko alam yun eh. I was watching Channel 7 kagabi yung Jessica Soho, and they featured yung isang game na Axie. Tapos parang parang, I'm not so sure, no? Kasi hindi ko masyado napanood. Yeah, oo, yung sinasabi ni Albert. Albert, mukhang naglalaro ka, no? Nag-crash market kagabi. Mukhang naglalaro si Albert ng Axie. I'm not familiar with that eh. Kaya kagabi nagulat lang din ako. Hindi ka Axie. Okay, sige. Thank you, Albert, no? So yung Axie, isang parang game siya na hindi ko alam eh. I have yet to study that. I'd like to study that, no? Tapos on one hand, may isang family na I don't know how real is that kasi nakaano ng bahay, nakapagawa ng bahay, nakapaano ng maraming kotse. Minsan kasi ina-exaggerate yung mga ganyan, no? Yung mga ganyang returns na masyadong in so short a time, so big yung returns, masyado ng minsan masyadong risky na yan, no? And sometimes it tends to be a scam. Kaya mag-iingat kayo, guys, sa mga get rich quickly, okay? And NFT game down. Parang breed and battle. Okay. So medyo Albert, sorry, medyo nag-Greek ka na sa akin, no? Kasi hindi ako mag-game talaga eh. I like to apologize for that, guys. Hindi ako makaka-relate sa inyo pag ganyan. But I'd like to study that, no? Not necessarily to play it, but yung siguro, Albert, turuan mo ako one of these days. Talagang risky siya, no? So now, hindi tayo lahat, guys, iba-iba yung temperament natin as far as riskiness is concerned. May mga conservative, may mga risky type of persons, no? May mga studies, may mga instruments na ginagamit in order to determine kung what kind of a person are you in terms of your leverage for your, may term sila doon, ano ba yung tawag doon? For riskiness. Alimutan ko yung term. Anyway, yung level nyo to take in risk. So generally, on the average, karamihan ng mga tao conservative. Okay? They would not want to put their money, lalo kung well-earned money yon, no? Lifetime savings mo, tapos ilalagay mo siya sa isang investment scheme na ang downside, pwedeng mag-evaporate yung funds mo. Parang, ang hirap yata to think na, kunyari, pinag-ipunan mo siya ng 10 years, 15 years, tapos sa isang linggo, sa isang mawawala into thin air. Diba? Ang hirap nun. Unless na you don't really care kasi siguro madali mo naman makuha yun. And iba-iba talaga tayo, no? Well, one of the good ways to invest, guys, is yung sinasabi ko nga kanina, insurance, no? Now, don't get me wrong, guys. I used to be into insurance, pero ngayon hindi na ako active. And I'm not promoting any type of insurance here. Basta sinasabi ko lang na pag-aralan nyo na mabuti kasi ang kagandahan ng insurance is that kung sino man yung beneficiary nyo, protected siya, no? Kasi ganun yung karamihan na variable length na insurance. Eh. And at the same time, it's also a savings. So that, kunyari, wala namang mangyari sa inyo after 40 years, kunyari, no? And you kept on with the policy, tapos nag-mature na siya, ang laki na makukuha nyo kasi ganito yung guys. It's a yung power of compounding ang tawag dito. Over the years, guys, lalaki yung cash surrender value ng insurance nyo. Of course, Lord willing, after our policy expires, no, buhay pa tayo nun, and then we get the benefits of what we invested for. Kung mawala man tayo, kasi that happens naman talaga, guys, alam naman natin na our life here, it's a journey, and nobody knows. It's only the Lord who knows kung hanggang kailan tayo. Sabi nga sa scriptures kasi, it is appointed unto man to die once. So may appointment tayo with death. When that is, we don't know. Hindi natin alam yan. Ang Panginoon lang talaga nakakaalam yan. Pero it's not good not to plan for that. No? So kunyari, family kayo later on, you'll have your own family, you'll have your own kids, na na-prepare nyo yung sarili nyo at saka yung family nyo in case of any eventuality. Okay, let's face it, lahat talaga tayo dadaan sa ganyang phase ng buhay natin na will be gone from this earth. No? Ang importante, did we plan for our family para kung sakaling mawala man tayo, ano sila, yung ready, ano din sila, yung protected din sila. So that's one very good thing about insurance kasi we provide protection to our family and at the same time, savings din. Later on, pwedeng tayo mag-benefit nun if we take good care of ourselves as buhay pa tayo at that time. Okay? So I hope you get the point, guys. Isang example yan ng ano. Thank you, Albert. Thank you sa... Yeah, sure. Okay, so ano to, guys? This is an application itong power of compounding na to. No? Yung, sabi nila, ang stocks daw, it also follows this. Okay? Stocks, mutual funds, UITFs, ito yung mga investments. We'll talk about this in general when we go to personal finance. Yun yung last module natin. Okay? Okay, balikan natin to, guys. So kita natin power of compounding, ano? Okay, paki-delete nga nito kasi paki-delete nito, guys. Paki-delete. Itong answer dito. Ang question dito, how long for money to double? If you have 20,000 now, gaano katagal bago maging 40,000 to? Okay, gaano katagal? In two ways, pwede natin gamitin yung power of 72. Okay, yung power of 72 ilalagay ko dito, or we can compute for it using yung goal seek. Okay, yung goal seek. So ito, guys, andito na yung formula. Okay, this is the FB, future value of, ano daw yung future value? Ang rate natin is 5%. O gawin natin 12% para pareho sa original. So we have here a rate of 12%. Ito yun. N per is ito. Hindi natin alam kung ilan yung N per. Okay? Ito yun, H12. And then, present value is itong 20 million. So ang gusto natin, guys, gaano katagal muna bago madoble yung 20 million. Okay, sige. We can use goal seek with this. No? Okay, remember goal seek, data, then what if analysis, goal seek. So ang set cell natin is this amount, di ba? This amount, and we want to make it as 40 million by changing what cell. Ang babaguhin natin itong N per na to. Okay, then okay. All right, so it will take around 6.2 years bago ma-double yung pera natin. And it doesn't matter, guys, kung ano yung kung ano yung amount. It can be 1 million, it can be 1 peso, guys. Kunyari 1 peso to. Okay, 1 peso lang yan, ha. Ang tanong, how long will it take the money to become 2 pesos? Ganun pa rin yung answer na yun. So let's see. Data, what if analysis, baguhin natin to. No? So set cell this one to be equal to 2 pesos, doble nito. By changing your number of years, let's see if we get the same answer, okay? So 6.12 pa rin, guys. So regardless of the amount, guys, ito doble. Okay, pag 12% yung interest, it will take us 6.12. Okay, now there's a shortcut for that. Kung ayaw nyo i-compute yung actual, ano lang yung, ano lang guys, yung approximate lang. So what you do is, the power of 72, we use 72 and then we divide it by yung percentage, yung rate. Pero tatanggalin yung, ano guys, yung tatanggalin yung percent. Okay, if you remove that, 6. Okay, so approximately 6. Yung actual answer, 6.12. So malapit lang, no? You can experiment guys, lagyan yung ibang years, no? Ibang percentage. Okay? In fact, pwede tayong gumawa ng table dito. Let's do that. Dito na lang. Dito sa sheet 2 natin. Bababaw lang na lang ito. So dito lagay natin yung power of 72 natin. Okay, 72. Lagay ko 72 dito. Ito yung percentage natin, no? Okay, gawin natin ng ano guys, ng from 1. Gawin natin up to 30. 1. Then alalin to home, fill, series. No? Columns, increment of 1 up to 30. So hanggang 30% yung interest rate. So tingnan natin guys kung ano mangyayari. 72, fix natin to divided by the percentage rate. Di ba? Okay, tingnan nyo guys. At 1% guys, how long will it take? 72 periods, 72 years. At 2%, 36 years. At 3%, 24 years. As we go down the line, guys, ito yung kanina yung ano natin, no? Ito na yung 12% natin ito. Kanina, 6%. So habang lumalaking percentage, guys, mas mabilis. No? 30%, it will only take 2.4 years in order to double your money. Okay, so approximate yan, guys. No? Of course, we can use the actual, the FB formula. Madali lang din gawa ng ano ng sensitivity analysis na ganito. Okay, questions guys about doubling your money, about future value, present value so far? Questions? Check nga please kung none, kung clear naman so far. Thank you, Sarah. How about the rest? Okay, thank you, Denzil. Yan. Thank you, Kendrick. Thank you so much. Okay, the rest guys, paki-check naman kung clear yan. Good, good. Salamat guys, salamat. Sabi ko nga sa inyo, na-appreciate ko yung participation nyo. Even through this, just chatting, no? Even through just responding sa mga questions ko. I really appreciate that. Okay, next, punta naman tayo sa yung reverse guys. Yung reverse na formula. Tanggalin natin to. Kindly delete this guys. Okay. I-reverse natin yung ano guys, yung ano natin process, no? Binigay sa atin yung future value. Ang tanong, what is the present value of 9.646 million 20 years down the road at 12%? What's the present value of that? The answer should be 1 million kasi reverse lang yan, di ba? Guys. So let's use our formula is equal to ano yung formula natin? Di ba ito? Future value times future value times 1 plus your rate, 1 plus R, okay, raised to the negative t. Okay? Or you can use divided by 1 plus R raised to the t. You'll get the same answer. So it's 1 million. So tama, no? Tama. 1 million yung ano natin, 1 million yung present value. So again, let me reiterate guys, yung 1 million at saka 9.646 million in 20 years at 12%, they are equivalent values. So we will be indifferent to to choosing one of this, any of this. Indifferent tayo dun. Now, we can use the PV function of Excel. PV, okay, is equal to PV naman. Yung kanina is equal to FV. No? Ang rate natin is 12%, comma, NPER is 20, comma, PMT wala. No? This is not an annuity, comma. Future value is 96. Okay? So if we press enter, okay, then it's a negative. As sabi ko nga kanina, Excel is very particular about the nature of the transaction. Since positive yung future value natin, ibig sabihin, that present value should be negative. Okay? Kasi walang transaction na parehong negative at saka positive yung future value. Kaya nag-error si Excel pag ganun. Okay, negative na to para gawin natin ano lang. So we're just interested in the absolute value. Okay? So, ang gusto lang natin dito masabi, guys, na you can easily compound or you can easily discount. The process of getting the future value is compounding. On the other hand, the process of getting the present value is discounting. Okay, tapos, you can use the Excel function, FV and PV. Okay, now let's go to the next one. Ito na yung annuity. And maraming transactions, guys, annuity yung nature ng transaction. Okay, we have two formulas here. Yung unang box, yung P is equal to, P there is an annuity. So this is the formula that we use if we're computing for the annuity. And this one naman is computing for the present value of the annuity. Okay? Present value of the annuity ito. Okay, so explain ko muna guys kung ano yung annuity. Although na-explain ko na kanina, ulitin ko na lang dito. So an annuity is a stream of cash flows. So ito, no? So nagsimula yung transaction sa year 0. And then, at the end of the period, nag 2,000, 2,000, 2,000, 2,000, 2,000, limang 2,000 guys. Now notice that both of these are annuity. And they refer to two types of annuity. Yung isa, Annuity Ordinary. Yung isa, Annuity Due. Yung unang annuity, guys, yung unang cash flow dyan sa taas, that's your Annuity Ordinary. Bakit siya ordinary? The cash flow starts at the end of the period. So transaction starts now, okay? And then, the first cash flow starts after the first period. Okay, ganito yung mga, usually mga commercial loans, no? Commercial loans, tapos mga, what's the term for that? Consumer loans pala. I meant consumer loans. So, kunyari maglo-loan ka ng motorcycle, maglo-loan ka ng kotse, maglo-loan ka ng bahay, maglo-loan ka ng appliance, no? Ordinary annuity usually yung mga yan. So, you get the item now, tapos linoloan mo yung payment. So, si financer na ang magbibigay ng payment dun sa ano. Tapos, yung first payment natin will be after the first month, no? Or first year, depende, or first week, depende sa period. On the other hand, guys, itong annuity due immediately. Notice, guys, na pareho silang 5-year period. Yan, 5 years to. Ito din 5 years. Okay? Paano ko nalaman? 5 cash yan, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ito nga lang, yung isa nagsimula after the first period. Yung isa naman, immediately. Okay, so si annuity due, guys, definitely, kung titingnan natin to, mas mataas yung ano niyan. Mas mataas yung present value. Kung mas mataas yung present value niya, syempre, natural, mas mataas yung future value niya. Okay? And pareho siyang annuity, guys, kasi pareho yung cash flow, no? Pareho yung cash flow na 2,000. Tapos walang break, tuloy-tuloy lang. No? Uniform stream of cash flows. Alright. So let's take another example dito. This is an annuity of 100. Okay? Annuity of 100. What we're interested to do is, magkano yung present value nito ng 100? Magkano siya ngayon? Okay, so there are different ways to do this. Number one, please let's remind ourselves that we cannot add the 100. No? Kasi magkakaibang time frame yan. And we will violate the time value of money principles if we add these cash flows. You know that, guys, no? We discussed that at the onset. So what we can do is we can replace this. Bawat isa sa kanila, we will replace it by the present value. So isa-isahin natin to is equal to, we can use the negative PV function. Negative para maging positive yung answer natin. Ang rate natin for this problem is 10%. 10%. So I'm going to fix this. Ang i-fix ko lang yung column. Bakit yung column lang? The way to do it, guys, is tingnan nyo kung paano nyo i-copy yung formula. Since I'm going to copy the formula to the right lang, guys, ibig sabihin nun, row 16 will be constant. So kung constant naman yung row natin, hindi ko na siya i-fix. Hindi ko na lalagyan dito ng dollar din. No use putting the dollar sign here. Kasi hindi mo nagbabago yung row position. So let me just write although tama din naman yung no? Tama din naman to, guys. Tama din yan. Kasi kahit saan tayo pumunta, ibig sabihin ng $T, $11, naka-fix yan dyan sa 10. But it's good practice, guys, na i-fix lang natin kung ano lang talaga yung dapat i-fix. Yan. Okay, end per natin is, of course, ang end per natin ito. So we will not fix this kasi i-copy natin to the right yan. Copy. Future value natin itong 100. Sorry. Mali. Annuity, guys. Okay, we're not treating this as annuity. No? We're treating this as individual cash flow. Ang gagawin natin, iisa-isahin natin na kukunin yung present value ng mga pera na to. Okay, so in this instance, kinukuha natin yung present value ng 100 after 1 year, 100 after 2 years, 100 after 3 years. Okay? So this is one way. The other way, guys, is to treat this as an annuity and then get the present value. I'll show that in a while. So future value natin is 100. Okay, type ignore because this is not considered as annuity. Control enter. There. So yung 100 after 1 year, that's equivalent to 90.91, assuming 10% yung rate. So we can copy this to the right. Okay. So notice, guys, yung 100 in 30 years, 5.73 ang equivalent niya ngayon. Okay. So take note once again, guys, that these are equivalent values. And they're all in the present value, so we can now add them. So i-add natin siya, sum. Okay, sum. Okay, and then we're getting 90, I think 90 something. 942.69. Okay? So, anong ibig sabihin yan, guys? Ibig sabihin yan, okay, I think I have an illustration here. Okay. Ang ibig sabihin yan, guys, take a look at this timeline. So, meron tayong from 0 up to 30, no? Up to year 30, na tigo 100. Starting at year 1. This is Annuity Ordinary. No? Kaya nagsimula siya sa year 1. Now, it's equivalent to 942.69. So technically, guys, if you were asked, ano mas gusto nyo? 100 starting with year 1 hanggang year 30 or 942.69? Assuming the interest rate is 10%. Answer is, what do you prefer, guys? Paki-chat nga. Yung A, which is 100 for the next 30 years. Yung B, yung 942.69 now. What's your choice, A or B? Paki-chat, please. I'll wait for your chat. Anong gusto nyo? Anong preference nyo? Yun lang information natin, ha? 100, you get 100 starting with next year for the next 30 years or 942.69 ngayon. Anong mas gusto nyo? Okay, I'm waiting for the other chat, guys. A. Okay. Now, because it's the same. Okay. So clarify lang natin. Thank you for those who answered, no? A. Okay. The answer, guys, is assuming assuming wala tayong other factors na i-consider, ha? Okay, yun lang, no? Ano mas gusto natin? Wala na akong sinabi na kailangan natin pera ngayon, no? So, ang tanong ko, ano mas gusto natin? 100 to be given starting next year for the next 30 years or 942 now? The answer, guys, is we are indifferent to that kung sino yung pipiliin natin. Okay? Whether it's 100 after 1 year from now for the next 30 years or 942.69 ngayon, di ba sabi natin equivalent amount yan. So if they're equivalent, guys, it doesn't matter kung ipiliin natin yung 100 or yung 942.69. It doesn't matter. Kasi pareho lang siya. Yun ang pinopoint out natin dyan, no? Yung 100 to be obtained now and then for the next 30 years and 942 to be obtained now, guys, exactly ngayon. Yung 100 naman after 1 year and then up to 30 years, they are the same. They are equivalent, assuming that the rate is 10%. Of course, pag iba yung rate, guys, kunwari baguhin natin to, gawin natin 12%. Pag 12% yung rate, guys, ang present value natin 805. So anong answer doon? Indifferent tayo sa 805.52 at saka yung 100. Okay? Pero kung 942 to, 942 tapos at 12%, syempre pipiliin natin, guys, yung 942. Of course. Kasi mas mataas yung 942 kaysa 805. You get my guys? You get the explanation. Ulitin ko If this is 12%, we are indifferent to get 100 starting next year up to 30 years and 805.52 now. Pareho lang yun, guys, yung 805.52 at saka 100 for the next 30 years. They're the same. Okay? Ceteris paribus, all things being equal. No? Wala tayong ini-impose na condition na kailangan natin ng pera ngayon . Wala tayong ganun na condition. No? Ang assumption natin, yung pera natin na 100 and 805.52, okay, we're not assuming, guys, na tawag ito, na may ini-impose tayo na isang condition. No? Ang sinasabi lang natin, ano ba mas maganda, 805.52 or 100 for the next 30 years? Sabi natin, guys, equivalent sila based on the time value of money problems. Okay? So, binalik ko sa 10%. Okay, but there's another function, guys, kasi matagal to no? Inisa-isa pa natin. Pwede natin kunin yung present value. Mas madali, no? Is equal to negative PV. Rate natin 10%, comma. Per is, ilang yung periods natin? 30 to. No? We're going to use the annuity. Annuity 30, okay, comma. So, comma, no? PMT natin is 100. Yun. So, ang sinasabi natin kay Excel, 100 yan for the next 30 years. Okay? And then, comma, future value, wala. Wala naman tayong, aside from the 100, wala tayong ibang future value. We can ignore that. Then type, okay, type, ano ilalagay natin dito? Since may annuity tayo dito, guys, since may annuity tayo, then dapat ilagay natin kung anong type. So, anong type? Is it end of the period or beginning of the period? Okay, since it's annuity ordinary, okay, kung hindi, guys, may mention kung anong klase annuity, then we always use annuity ordinary. Okay? Hindi sinabi, hindi qualified kung annuity ordinary ba yan o annuity due. Always assume that it's annuity ordinary, so dapat 0 to. Yan, yan. So what will be our answer? It's the same, 942.69. So pareho lang yung kanina. Kinuha natin yung mga present values ng bawat isa ng 100 or trinate natin siya as an annuity and then kinuha natin yung present value. Okay, so ito 0. Pwede natin, guys, i-backtrack yan. Wala tayong ilagay. It will give us the same answer. Kasi pag wala tayong linagay dun sa type, Excel will read that as 0. As annuity ordinary, enter. So pareho lang din. Okay? Now quickly, guys, on the other hand, ito, this is now annuity due. Kasi simula na kagad, no? So ito, mas malaking present value nito kasi tingnan nyo dito sa year 0 sa annuity ordinary, wala pa tayong cash flow. Dito meron na, 100. Ang difference siya, pag year 30, sa annuity due, wala na tayo. Pero dito, sa year 30 sa ordinary, meron 100. Kaso, ang layo na nito, guys, no? Ang layo na nito, ang present value nito, 5.73. Ang present value ng 100 ngayon is 100. So, ang difference ng dalawa is 100 minus 5.73. Okay, so yung long cut natin, negative PV. Ang rate natin, again, is 10%. Fix natin ulit yung row, comma. N per is this one, 0, comma. PMT, ignore guys, hindi natin i-treat as annuity. We'll treat it as a future value. There. Kaya 100, oh. Ano ba present value ng 100? 100. Yan. Okay, copy to the right. Okay. Ay. Saan ako nagkamali? Where did I commit a mistake? Ano to? N per. Yan, 0. Saan ako nagkamali? Okay, rate is this one. Okay. Fix natin yung ano finix ko? Ba't ko finix yung row? Mali. Dapat ang finix ko guys yung ano. Sorry Ang finix ko dapat yung column. Comma. N per is this one, 0. Comma. PMT is this one. Okay, tama na to. Hindi yata. 21 N per 0. Ay, sorry, hindi siya PMT. It's future value. Sorry guys, sorry. Control Enter. Yan, 100 siya. Copy to the right. Tama na to. Okay. Kita nyo guys, pare-pareho yung present value natin. Ano? 6.93. Pareho lang siya. Nagkaiba lang dito, wala tayong 5.73. Pero may 100 tayo sa simula. Dito wala siyang 100. Okay, so if we compute guys for isam natin to. So it's 1036.96, no? Okay, so sabi natin mas mataas yung present value ng isang annuity due kasi we have immediately yung cash flow. So if we base it on the negative PV function, rate is 10%, comma, N per is 30 years din to, comma, PMT, ito na yung PMT gagamitin natin, no? PMT, as a PMT siya. And then, future value, wala. And then, this is annuity. Anong annuity to, guys? This is annuity due. So, we have to write beginning of the period. Yan ang difference, guys, ng annuity due at saka annuity ordinary. Ha? Sa annuity due, kailangan ilagay natin yung 1. So, ordinary, we can dispense with putting 0 there. Kasi pag hindi natin ilagay yung 0, babasahin pa rin siya as 0. Enter. So we have 1036.96. Okay, any questions guys? Paki-chat naman kung clear so far. Great, thank you. Thank you. Okay. Then we go here guys. Tingnan natin to. It's just the same problem. No? Same problem lang. 100 at 10%, payments of 30. So, sabi natin, if it's annuity ordinary is equal to negative PV, rate at 10%, comma, N per 30 years, comma, our annuity is 100. Sorry. Okay. Binigyan namin ng pangalan to, no? Ito, notice yung 100, we called it, just to be consistent with our formula, P. No? Yung 100, we place a name here, tinan sa name box, guys. P ang, we gave it a name P. Ito, binigyan natin ng pangalan na rate, 10%. Ito, binigyan natin ng N. No? N. Okay? So, let's use the formula muna. Ito guys, what's the present value of an annuity? Ito yung hinahanap natin. Hindi natin hinahanap yung P. No? We're looking for the present value of the annuity. So this one. So using the formula, it's equal to, so meron tayong P, di ba? P. Yung annuity mismo, that's P. And then times 1 minus quantity, 1 plus R. Just type R, small r. Ay, yung rate pa, rate. 1 plus the rate to the raised to the negative, and we use also n, small n. Small n yung ano natin, ito sa 30. Close natin to. And then we can just divide it by R. Okay, rate. Okay, so that's the formula, guys, for the present value of an annuity ordinary. Okay, and then we know that we will get yung kanina, control enter, 942.69. Okay, which is the same as kung gagamitin natin yung Excel function, negative PB, rate is 10%, comma, N per is 30, comma, PMT is 100, future value, ignore kasi wala namang future value, comma, and then since this is annuity ordinary, then we type 0, or just ignore that. Pwede nating tanggalin na yung 0 at saka yung dalawang commas. We'll get 942.69 there. Okay, and then yung ano naman, yung present value niya is equal to yung annuity due rate at 10%, comma, N per at 30, PMT 100, comma, walang future value, type is beginning of the period. There. So this is now an annuity due. And we know that the answer is 1,036. Okay, pause muna ako, guys. So any question here? Would you like me to show the formula or repeat an explanation? Please don't be ashamed, guys, kasi baka masyado na ako mabilis. Baka hindi na natin naintindihan. So I'd like to repeat anything which you want me to explain again. Clear so far? Thank you, Marco. Thank you, Kyla. Okay, Albert, salamat. Okay, good. Thank you, guys, for the response. And thank you. Okay, very good. Okay, now let's go to now we can get the future value of an annuity. So using the function in Excel, yung future value natin is equal to negative FB. Okay, so same thing. The rate is 10%, comma, N per is 30, comma, PMT is 100. Okay, so we just ignore the rest kasi annuity ordinary naman to. Control enter. 16,449.140. So ano ibig sabihin niyan, guys? So we have three cash flows na they're all equivalent. 942.69 is equivalent to 100 for the next 30 years at 10%, no? Which is equivalent to 16,449.40 after 30 years. So lahat ng tatlong to, guys, they are equivalent cash flows and we are indifferent to choosing any of them. Ibig sabihin ng indifferent, guys, we couldn't care less. Whether it's 942.69 or 100 na annuity or 16,449.4, all things being equal, guys, pare-pareho lang yan. They are equivalent values. Okay? So we are indifferent to choosing any one of them. Okay, kasi pare-pareho namang equivalent cash flows yung mga yan. Okay, then of course, kung equivalent tong mga to, how did we compute for 16449? We computed for 16449 using the annuity, no? What if we compute for the future value using our present value? Tingnan natin guys, kung ang gagamitin natin itong 942.69, ano yung value ng 942.69 after 30 years at 10%? So let's take a look at that. Ano rate natin? 10%, comma. Ano yung NPER? 30, comma. Ano yung PMT? Hindi natin gagamitin yung PMT. Ang gagamitin natin present value 942.69. Okay? So how much is 942.69 after 30 years at 10%? It's equivalent to 16449.4. Okay, so that just proves, guys, that these are equivalent values. Paano natin kinuha yung 16449 dito? Ginamit natin annuity. Paano natin kinuha yung 16449 dito? Ginamit natin present value. So they're all equivalent. No? So they're all equivalent. Okay, ito. Ito naman, guys. Ang sinusolve naman natin dito, solving for an annuity payment. Okay, so we should get 100 here, guys. Kasi alam natin na whether we use 942.69 or 16449.4 at 30 years at 10%, yung annuity natin dito is ano, is 100, no? Diba? So we can use the formula. Ito muna, no? Using formula, dito natin ilagay, no? Is equal to so P is the pay, wait, mali. Tama. Ang hinahanap natin si P, no? Si payment. And it's equal to R, which is the rate multiplied by so we're going to follow the formula. Rate times the present value. The present value we denoted by P, no? Okay, divided by quantity 1 minus quantity 1 plus R, which is the rate. 1 plus the rate, and then raised to the negative n, small n, close. Take a look at the formula, guys. That's the formula to compute for the annuity, P. Okay, I'll give you a few seconds, guys. What do you get? What answer do you get if we perform that operation? Answer? No answer, guys. Okay, 100. Okay, thank you, Erin. So I hope, guys, all of you got 100. Okay. So oops, mali ako dito. Anong mali ko? Rate times P divided by 1 minus 1 plus R raised to the negative n. Ay. Yeah, tama naman. Ano mali ko, guys? Rate multiplied by the present value ano ba yung present value? Ay, hindi. PV pala, sorry. Ang PV natin, guys, is present value. So this is wrong. It should be PV. Okay, mali akong ginamit. Yan, PV. And this should be 100. There, 100. Okay? So whether use the formula to get the present value or we can use, guys, the PMT function. So it's equal to negative PMT. The PMT na yan, guys, kasi hinahanap natin yung annuity, no? PMT. Rate is 10%, comma. NPER is 30, comma. So we'll be choosing yung PV, no? Kasi dapat isang equivalent lang pipiliin natin. Ang PV natin is 942.69. Okay, ignore the rest kasi hindi naman siya kailangan. Enter. So it's 100. Or if we use the future value is equal to negative PMT. Okay, rate is at 10%, comma, NPER at 30, comma. We don't use the PV, we use the FB, 16449. 100. Okay, so whether you use the present value as an equivalent to the PMT or the future value as the equivalent to the PMT, we get the same answer. Okay, so konting minutes pa tayo. Okay, ito guys, paano to? Ang sinusolve natin dito N. So simulan muna natin dito. Let's try this one. Annual rate. Okay, ang i-compare natin guys yung PMT at saka yung present value, no? So ito ang sinasabi sa atin, 100 daw na PMT in 30 years equivalent to 942.69. Ilang rate 'yon? Ano yung rate nun? Para maging equivalent yung 100 at 30 years equivalent to 942.69 now. So ano function nito? Is equal to rate, no? Rate. Okay, ano yung NPER natin? 30. Ano yung PMT natin? 100. Ano yung present value gagamitin natin? Ano yung PV natin? This one. Okay, actually, we can use lang yun para mas maganda. No? N, yung NPER. Yung NPER natin. PMT natin, di ba P yan? P. And then PV natin, PV. Okay. FB ignore, type ignore. Okay. Yung type annuity kasi ito, annuity ordinary, no? And guess, ignore the guess. Okay. Enter. Okay, why am I getting an error term, guys? Bakit number? Why am I getting an error term? Oh, may magandang question si Carl. Carl, paki-share mo yung question mo sa ano. Okay, ang question ni Carl, we can only choose to use either FB or PV, but not both. Oo. Now, depende sa problem, no? Kasi, okay, let me show you. Kung talagang may separate na 942 ngayon at saka 16449 after 30 years, kung may separate na cash flow na ganyan, then pareho natin silang ilalagay. Okay, but take note, these are equivalent ano lang, hindi siya separate na cash flows. Ang sinasabi dito, either I get 942.69 now or I get 16449.40 after 30 years. So they're not separate cash flows. Unless sasabihin ko, may makukuha ngayon na 942.69, tapos may makukuha pa ng 16449 after 30 years. Pag ganon, pareho natin isasama siya to get the equivalent PMT. Okay? So, very good question, Carl. Thank you so much for that. Kasi ang sabi nga ni Carl, isa lang gagamitin, yes, kasi these are equivalent. Hindi sila separate cash flows. These are just equivalent cash flows. Kinompute lang natin si 942 using 100. Kinompute din natin 16449 also using 100. So we're not told that ang cash flow lang talaga natin dito yung annuity na 100. No? Yun lang ang cash flow natin. Kaya ang sinasabi sa atin dito, meron tayong cash flow na 100, annuity ordinary for 30 years. Tanong, magkano siya ngayon? Tanong, magkano siya after 30 years? Okay? So that's why we're only using one of them to compute for the annuity of annuity payment. We're just getting the equivalence. No? Okay, so I hope that's clear. Na very good question. Thank you. Thank you, Carl, for that question. Kasi baka nga, nakakalito nga naman yun, ano? Kung bakit hindi natin pareho ginagamit. You can of course use that if ang sabi ng problem, meron tayong cash flow ngayon, meron din tayong cash flow after 30 years. In that case, guys, gagamitin natin siya pareho. Okay. So balik tayo dito. Thank you again, Carl, for that question. Ano yung mali dito, guys? Di ba ang NPER naman N. Ang present, ang annuity P. Time na pala, no? Okay, so guys, can Can I have just 2 minutes just to finish this? No? Okay, ang mali nito guys, yung direction ng cash flow. Kasi sinasabi natin dito, may cash flow ka na, may annuity ka na P, tapos may present value ka pa. So hindi pa pwede yun, di ba? Kasi transactional si Excel. Dapat isa dyan inflow, dapat isang cash flow. So kung gagawin nating positive si annuity, dapat negative si present value. Yan. Kaya 10%. We got the right answer. Okay? Or kung gagawin yung positive si PB, dapat si annuity negative. Enter. Yan, 10%. So that's why guys, kanina nung pareho siyang positive, nag-error si Excel. Kasi sabi ko nga, di ba, very sensitive si Excel sa transaction, sa direction ng cash flow. Ito sinasabi natin kasi, anong rate ang makukuha natin kung meron tayong annuity na 100 for 30 years, meron pa tayong present value na na positive na 942. There's no such transaction, guys. Hindi pwedeng parehong positive. May isa dyan dapat negative. Okay, so let me revert here. Negative to. Enter. So 10%. If we use the FB naman, so rate. Now take note, guys, hindi ako naglagay ng rate sa Hindi ako naglagay ng negative dito, no? Kasi mali yun, guys. Hindi naman pwede maging negative yung rate, no? Okay? So ang rate is N per natin is N, okay? Yung N natin, comma. And then PMT is P, comma. PB is, and ang gagamitin daw natin FB. Wala tayong FB, hindi natin binigyan ng pangalan. No? Ito na lang, i-link ko na lang dyan. Yan. Okay? So parehong positive to, magkakamali tayo dyan. One of them has to be negative. There, 10%. So pareho lang, guys. Whether we use the present value or we use the future value, since equivalent yung mga yan you'll get 10%. So lastly, guys, ito N per. So N per is equal to N per. Okay? N per. So dapat dito, guys, we should expect 30, no? 30 dapat. Ang rate natin 10%, PMT natin 100. Okay, we can use present value. Ang present value natin is this one. Pero dapat para consistent tayo. Rate PMT is RP, comma. We can use the PV, guys, PV. Okay, now again, guys, dapat may isang positive dyan. Hindi pa pwedeng maglagay tayo ng negative dito, guys. No? Ang pwede lang tayo maglagay ng negative, yung FB, PV, at saka yung PMT. Kasi mga cash flows yun. Pero pag rate at saka N per, no way, guys. Mali yan, ha? Hindi pwede. Dapat ang lalagyan natin yung isa dito. Negative. Okay? And then ignore the rest. We get 30. Alright. Okay. So sorry, guys. I extended up to by 2 minutes. Okay. Next meeting, guys. Hindi natin inabot to, no? We're going to continue with this hanggang dito, and let's see where we can, gusto natin habulin yung kabilang section, yung mga kabilang section, kasi na sila, tapos na kami dito no? So we're going to discuss this. Ang request ko lang sana, guys, panoodin niyo yung pangalawang video, kasi dinidiscuss ko to doon, para mas mabilis tayo, guys, dun sa discussion natin for next Wednesday. Kasi gusto ko, guys, umabot tayo dito, no? After this kasi mag-amortization tayo dito. So we'll be discussing this. Sana maka-in-step tayo dun sa kabilang sections. No? Alright? So thank you so much, guys. Maraming salamat for your patience. Please keep safe and have a nice day ahead.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
sir.
Thank you po.
Bye po.
Goodbye.
Thank you, sir.
Goodbye, guys.
Thank you
Sinong
po.
papa-attendance?
Sir.
Sige. Thank you, class. Thank you. Salamat.
sir.
Ingat kayo. Salamat. Thank you.